I don't think Leonard will be out first though.
He's the oldest. Yeah, we were just
seminar-wise seminars. What's up?
And welcome to our coffee shop. I'm your host, Media Leon. Welcome to another episode of the KopiBros Show presented by the Chit Podcast Network. Now, for those of you that are tuning in via YouTube, any sort of podcasting platform, hi again. We're just a Singaporean duo that love to... of people that love to fight. Once again, I'm joined by... someone that has been fighting off an illness, Mr. Brandon. Yo, Brandon, how are you doing?
I think if there was a fight, I lost so badly.
We touched a bit about this during the draft episode, but it was tough for you, right? It was like hellish.
It was hellish. Like it took too long I think it took too long for my antibodies to fight back. I was just like, if this was like 10 rounds of boxing, the first 2 rounds is over already. I'm on the ground. Now I'm okay already, but it's just that my appetite, of course, it shrank a lot. So it's like, but now it's picking back up again. Yeah.
So do you eat nasi lemak and McDonald's again?
I ate McDonald's actually quite a lot. Just yesterday I had KFC, right? Then with my wife and another friend. Then after that, I was just telling them, it feels like so long since I last had KFC, because it's really been quite a while since I last had KFC.
Yeah.
But then after my wife told my friend, then my friend said, "Oh wow, because you sick." Then I was like, yeah. Then my wife was telling them, "But you just had McDonald's just yesterday and the day before and last week I had it like 3 times." Then I was just like, yeah, but that's McDonald's, man. That's a whole different like fast food category.
Different, yeah, exactly. I just want to ask also, right? Did you try for the Taylor Swift tickets?
Oh my god, I tried, bro. I tried so badly.
Fail, right? Impossible, right?
It's impossible. I'm my sister-in-law got it though, like got 4.
Okay, but she managed to get but her 4 friends are not the 4 of you.
No, actually it's undecided yet. Cause I think my Amanda and my sister-in-law is going confirm. So because it's like it's her and the cousins plus us. So a total 8 of us wanted to go.
Okay.
Yeah, so now only got 4. But do you know my sister-in-law got in 3 times? That means she reached the payment page 3 times.
Three times.
Wow. She's a bit like she was a bit intense with her Taylor Swift. Like before, like in the group chat, right, she sent like a PDF like instructions like PowerPoint instructions on like how to get the tickets. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro, it was intense. It's like which the website, like what time should you start waiting, like then after like how many tabs should you open.
Okay,
and she had a lot of computers. Like she got like her 6 colleagues to like each one to like on the computer to help her. So
I'm assuming it's work from home?
Office. Honestly, I'm just letting you know, from 12 to 2, this shit is real, man. But I have friends. Yeah, I have friends who applied annual leave, right? Yeah. I have friends who applied annual leave, right? The reason put down there is for Taylor Swift tickets.
And it's like a shot in the dark type of like you might not get it, but
you know you have to pre-register to get the tickets, right? I pre-registered, right? I didn't even get the email. I'm not even on the waiting list, man.
Oh, that sucks. But yesterday's one is the UOB one, right?
UOB.
Okay, then now the next one is the real one,
The general public one, yeah.
Good luck, everybody. This will be the real fight.
Deal.
But speaking of managing to fight off people to get tickets, horrible transition number 2. We're going to be talking this week about fighting. And I think the age-old question of who would win in a fight. And I think this concept or idea for this episode is we can attribute it largely to Mark Zuckererg and Elon Musk, which is like a big news topic in the world right now. I think we should start off first discussing this Elon Musk and Mark Zuckererg feud, right? So they don't like each other largely because of the fact that they are from differing companies that are mega companies lah.
Yeah. And they're both their companies are huge, and they're like always compared with one another for being like the
billionaire,
the biggest billionaire in the world.
The biggest billionaires in the world. Okay, I just want to ask you, do you think, considering the fact that these two, I think it might actually happen. Do you think it will happen? Or do you think it's a marketing?
I feel like it's a marketing thing, right? But I believe, right, I feel like they both didn't expect it to be blown up to this proportion, right? That now that it reaches this level, right, they have no choice but to. You get what I mean? Sometimes when like you're all just faking and you're just like, it's just ego. But then after like when everybody keeps telling like fight, then like everybody's waiting for it. Like, then you just like, actually,
you know what? You know what? Yeah, I will fight.
I think I can take him. It's like whoever back down first is the one that like.
Yeah, it's the coward.
It's the coward. Correct. It's the one that knows that he's going to lose.
Yeah, and they'll get flamed on their own social media platforms. They
have to watch themselves get flamed on their very own social media platform. That's so funny.
But here's the thing, right? If they were to actually fight, I think depending on the format, if it's boxing versus if it's MMA, right, I think the results will be very different. Because when I went to go and research this, right, do you know that this Mark Zuckererg, right, he's been training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu since 2020? Do you know?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, ironically, right, this Mark Zuckererg, he entered those amateur BJJ contests, right? He won, So, he's not like some... Yeah. So, he knows some level of combat.
Like martial arts, Yeah.
Yeah. And then I was checking the Elon Musk, right? Like, has he done any sort of martial arts or this? He went on Joe Rogan podcast and said that he did taekwondo and judo when he was a kid, lah. But I think up to now, he's never really done any real physical fighting or this, lah. I also went to go and look at their physical, a bit like height and all this. I'm quite surprised, right, that is Elon Musk, he's 5'10" and he's only 75 kg.
Oh, you see, I thought he was, in my impression, I thought Elon Musk was heavier,
No,
I thought
he lost a lot of weight. Mark Zuckererg, he's 70 kg, but he's only 5'7". So I think if it was a boxing match, right, this Elon Musk would win because he got longer reach, like he's like jabbing and stuff like that. But if they were to actually go and fight, right, like I think Mark Zuckererg would beat Elon Musk quite easily, leh.
No, because like, in my mind, it's like let's say it's like a Colosseum, like you're just brawl, that kind, right? I would think that Elon Musk is crazy enough to do like go crazy. But like if it's like a UFC like proper referee like match, right? I feel like it's a flip of a coin, lah. Because honestly, they're both. But I didn't know that the Mark Zuckererg does like
BJJ, yeah.
BJJ, because like I would think that like it will be a one round of like just like nerdy people fighting each other. Stop it!
Cowboy.
Stop it! Take a sentence. Stop it! How heavy is Mark Zuckererg?
70 kg.
Oh, actually, what? That means it's really like
5 kg difference.
Quite fair.
Yeah. No, the biggest difference I would say is the height. So like Elon Musk is 5'11". So if you want to hit him, right, he can do it from a further distance. But the thing is that when I learned that this Mark Zuckererg can do BJJ, right, my opinions flip dramatically. Because if you're someone that has never done BJJ, right, it's like once they get you on the floor, it's like you will tap out immediately.
Yeah, correct.
They just grab you like a snake, like that. You're like, okay, I give up.
Yeah. Plus the fact that now considering that their weight is roughly the same, like cause if you BJJ, right,
Elon
if
Musk
you're talking
heavier
about
is different.
Yeah, if Elon Musk is like, I keep thinking he was like in the 90, like reaching 90 that weight.
Okay,
you know?
yeah.
No, but honestly, after like I said, because you told me like he does BJJ, so if now knowing that. And hearing that Elon Musk only does taekwondo when he was young, like I comment back on Mark Zuckererg. It's like,
yeah.
Like, hey, I learned kung fu when I was 5. It's the same. Imagine I asked you to go for like a music contest, right? Then after that, the person like to this day just like is playing in a band, just went for an amateur competition for a band, right? I tell you, hey, but last time when I was 6 years old, I learned piano.
To put our money, we'll be putting it on Mark Zuckererg. But okay.
Mark Zuckererg.
Yeah, but besides from that, right, we're just going to be diving right now into the episode. We're going to be putting some fun who would win in a fight scenarios. I'll start off first and then Brandon, you'll go 2 and then I'll end off the episode. All right. With that out of the way, let's get right into the episode. All right, Brandon, first up, the first who would win in a fight scenario, right? I thought about this And I think this is the ultimate who will win in a fight scenario that has been playing in my mind since I was a kid. Okay, because I love animals. Okay? Now, we're not going to be talking about sea animals or flying animals because that's like is an element that I just feel is like very unnecessary to go add about. And like, to be honest, if you grab them in the air, they'll just like lose. All right. But now, if every land animal, right, were to send their apex, so if like they were to send like, oh, you're the prime version of our land animal, okay? Or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they send them all into like this jungle, right? And then they legit do like a rumble in the jungle, okay? Which animal do you think, right, will last to the end? First off, I would say that process of elimination, I'm sorry, all the marsupials, you are gone. Like, otters, beavers, meerkats, anything like that, right? You're F.
Hey. You do not know that. The beaver could build a dam. The beaver could build a dam. Oh, you gonna catch me in my dam, man?
It's one gorilla just like sheep, all this, right? Nah, no chance.
Yeah, sheep. All the
herbivores.
Sheep. Herbivores. I was gonna say herbivores.
Deers.
But
okay, we're just eliminating those like small to medium sized herbivores.
Small to medium size. Yeah. Like
we're not talking about large ones.
Rabbits.
The top contenders. Okay, I would say that the cutoff, right? I would say a wolf will not win. Like one, if they were to just send one wolf.
I think so. If you just send one, I don't think a wolf will be able.
Oh, the small cats.
Small cats, yeah. Small cats, I think all gone also.
But let's say, considering that we might have like those big cats, right? Which big cats do you think is like the apex? They will like last to the end. Like maybe the top 10.
Right? The top 10. I think lion.
Okay.
Cheetah.
No, cheetah will get F. I'm sorry, a cheetah will get destroyed. Yes. No, if you ever see a cheetah in the wild, right, there are so many clips of a cheetah, he go and he catch a deer, okay? He managed to get a deer. He'll get effed by like 100 vultures. Or like something like that. You just completely get pawned and owned. If a cheetah, honestly, right, they were to go and fight off with a lion, right, a lion would completely kill a cheetah.
Actually, true. It's like lion, tiger.
To reach a point where it's like, tiger. Yes, we have to reach a point where it's like, these are animals that we are not so sure like who will win.
Yeah, but then lion, tiger, you think jaguar?
No, I think the main two is lion and tiger.
I'll put gorilla.
Gorilla, yes, for sure. Yeah, top contender, yeah.
Okay. Apex predator, right? No? Yeah.
No, it has to be. So it'll be an elephant, a gorilla, a tiger, a lion, and what's the last one? A rhino. Okay.
Rhino.
Now yeah. So let's say these are the last 5, right? Who are you picking? I would say that I will eliminate both the cats.
I feel like I would also. Then
so a gorilla, an elephant, and a rhino. Who do you think will win?
It will be because it will be really very crazy fight. Because it was like the gorilla. The one thing, the gorilla, like apex predator gorilla, right? You can tell that their intelligence will be on a different level.
Yes,
they'll be able to like maneuver and like find things. And the thing is, because of all things, right? The gorilla is able to use items to help him win the fight.
Yes, I was gonna say, right. They have a huge advantage because they have disposable hands, like thumbs, proper hands.
Like I said, because if you're talking about apex, right, I think the gorilla will be able to find things to use his mind to use things to stab and jump, and he's able to jump on top of the rhino and especially I think the elephant will be the first one that will be out, because imagine if the gorilla jump on the elephant, what can the elephant the elephant cannot possibly jump back and flip back onto his back.
Yeah. The only thing is that the elephant can be able to swing, use his whack the gorilla. Yeah, that's the only thing.
In my preference, I think end of the day is gorilla.
Bro, the only animal that I considered for this whole fight, right? And I've been thinking about this question for 30 years. It's a gorilla. I genuinely do think that a gorilla will completely trash any other animal. Apex. If we could ever do this hypothetical situation, right? Like some virtual simulator, you end up you see that
this AI. Imagine you can use the AI to see. That would be quite cool.
Yeah. Imagine we did that, right? And then in the end, right, the beaver is the winner.
I built a dam. They couldn't find me.
Oh, it'll be so ridiculous. All right. Now that we got this animal one out of the way, Brandon, you have 2. What do you think? What are your scenarios for me?
My scenarios. I'm going to start with our childhood shows.
Oh,
yeah. So I got to think about it last time because especially when you're younger, right, you watch a lot of shows. And a lot of the shows, you have like a favorite like character or like characters that you really like and enjoy watching. Then you like thinking, what if this character versus this character? Like for example, like last time you watch like Danny Phantom, then you watch Ben 10, then you like thinking, oh, there's American Dragon Drake Long, American Dragon, Danny Phantom, Kim Possible, Kids Next Door, Totally Spies, Phineas and Ferb, American Dragon Drake Long.
No.
Dexter Laboratory.
No. Okay.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, different. Hold on.
No. Then I've had Powerpuff Girls. Fairy Odd Parents. Yeah.
I think we're not including like those like really like go cool this type. No, like.
Yeah, I don't. There's Jackie Chan Adventures also. You know, last time you watch the Jackie Chan Adventures of the. But then I'm thinking like that's so funny. That's like including iCarly into this mix.
Nah, not like X-Men or like Goku this type or level, right?
Yeah, correct. Because I'm thinking like if I pick like X-Men, then that means it's like I'm picking like Marvel superheroes as well. Then I'm picking like Batman, Spider-Man.
Yeah. Okay, possible. She might get owned by like Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah. Like the only close fight for Kim Possible maybe with she and Totally Spies they can fight each other lah.
Yeah, but Totally Spies they have a team, so it's a bit different. So it's 3 versus.
Yeah,
she
correct.
Can't depend on what Ron Stoppable and the Rufus.
Yeah, the Rufus.
I would say that a lot of these choices, right, they're all good options. But the fact that you brought up this Avatar, right?
Yeah, right. Because that's the thing. The moment I brought up,
I was like, nope.
Because the thing is, last time I was thinking about it also, right? But then the moment Avatar came out, right, I was just like, damn.
No, especially if we're picking in his final form. Or are we picking like his like airbending only?
Airbending. The original one. The not the ending, but the start.
Oh, okay. That's a bit different. We're taking them in their most popular form. So
yeah,
it's like
more popular form,
well-known,
when like the only can shift, like like Ben 10 can shift into those 10 random heroes, like those 10 random forms. He's still learning. Danny Phantom, he's like he has the few powers lah, but it's just straightforward.
Actually, the Powerpuff Girls might have a huge advantage.
Yeah, I would think you would think so, right? But actually,
they might have Avatar.
The Powerpuff Girls, right? Main villain is Mojo Jojo, who doesn't have any powers, right? But just have brilliance. So it's the same thing as their main villain, right? Is someone like Jimmy Neutron, right? Who's just fighting against them with all his like whatever gun he has and whatever.
Or like Dexter or something like that.
Dexter, yeah. So it's like means like they aren't that powerful for them to like they have their powers, but it's just that they're small little girls that they may not be mature enough to fight in the fight,
We're gonna get flamed, but I don't think Avatar can win. Because he in his first form, I don't think so.
Yeah, in his most popular form because he spent the longest in that I don't know any other powers form, I'm just an airbender.
Yeah, that I think you have to take in consideration, like, can the Powerpuff Girls beat Jake Long? Can the Powerpuff Girls beat Danny Phantom? Can the Powerpuff Girls beat a Ben 10? Then
Powerpuff Girls against American Dragon Drake Long.
If it was Avatar versus Jake Long, right, I would pick Avatar because he's Chinese. Familiarity with the dragon. It's either Danny Phantom or Ben 10. Now, I do think that Ben 10 will have a huge advantage over Danny Phantom. I think lah. It's just that the fact that this Danny Phantom can go into Ben 10 and become a ghost, right?
With ghosts, yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Is like Ben 10 can go into Danny Phantom can go into Ben 10 and possess him. But the thing is, in the first 10, right, is the ghost person, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So that's like counter-reacting to Danny Phantom. It's just because he can be. You're just taking into consideration the fact that he can turn into a ghost, right?
No,
like he can.
No, I'm just taking into consideration that Ben 10 has to touch his super that watch, Like you get what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
correct.
he has to spin the watch and hit the watch, right? Which is so retarded. Whereas Danny Phantom, while jumping and moving and flying, right, he can shape shift. He actually doesn't even need to change into his stupid uniform. So he can just straight away just jump into Ben 10 before Ben 10 even touches his watch, right? And like over already, like it's over. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think you make a fair argument. Let's pick Danny Phantom. I think Danny Phantom.
Hey, Danny Phantom was just 13 when his parents built a very strange machine. Which made him see the world unseen. The next scenario, I'm going to choose a cat fight.
Okay, let's say if we were to simplify this, right, and then like make it Hailey Bieber versus like a really fight, right? Who do you think will win? That's the real question, man. That's the basis of your.
That's the basis of the feud. Actually, honestly, when I always just wanted to see, cause like at the end of the day they always fight and the main reason because of Justin Bieber lah. But like, the thing is, it just seems like Justin Bieber just doesn't want to be part of this shit anymore. He just wants to just do his own thing, right?
Yeah, they should sign up as they should sign up as the like the undercut for Elon Musk versus Mark Zuckererg.
Like the opening match. The opening match for today.
With special guest referee Justin Bieber. Then he cannot decide. Like
but I'm telling you what, the tickets to watch the match, I think it'll be quite crazy.
Yeah, even now, right? I still do think that he has like a thing for Selena. He does, right? Like, do you know what I mean?
I just feel like it's like Selena Gomez just feels like he's really like the
soulmate or something like that.
That big, that big part of their life that you just can't forget. And I feel like that's the reason why it eats at like Hailey Bieber, because she knows that Selena Gomez was a big part of her life, and it feels to her that Selena Gomez just also doesn't want to let go of it, which is also true lah. Which is also quite it's a both party fault. It's like, honestly, that's what I say. I feel like Justin Bieber is really like he wants to move on. It's just that he accepts that Selena Gomez is like a part of his life. It's like a part of his history and like a chunk of his life. But like he's trying to he wants to focus on his current life now.
And also because like, how to say, the fans fan it. Like, they are literally fans. They fan
correct.
Yeah,
they love. And the thing is, they love it. They love it. Because the thing is, on a baseline level, right, I feel like Hailey Bieber just seems like a very mean person. It's like Selena, but not like, it's like the complete opposite of Selena.
She hangs out with. Yeah, it's not surprising that she hangs out with like the Jenners.
Jenners, yeah. Like loves the drama, like loves to be bitchy, loves the gossip, the attention.
Okay, but if they want to fight, who will win?
Oh my gosh,
I think it's not even a question, brother. Who I think will win?
Oh, is it? To me, I know it's not a real question now, but I said, I feel like it depends on what's on the line. But of course, like I feel like it's Hailey Bieber lah.
What? You think Hailey Bieber will beat Selena?
You don't think so?
No, I don't think Hailey Bieber has a chance to beat Selena. No.
Is it?
Yes.
I feel like Hailey Bieber would like own the shit of Selena, because of considering the fact that like Hailey Bieber is like, you don't see like she has that crazy eyes, like like the really like Gone Girl kind of vibes.
Gone Girl vibe. Okay, the big difference, right? Why I think that Selena will win is because Selena, first of all, she's Latin, right? She's like They always got that little bit of like a spicy, the hidden mama.
But Selena Gomez looks so like I don't know how to say She looks like a mixture of like a young, like a very underage girl mixed with like a baby, because she's very baby face. I don't know why. She just
she's baby face.
A very baby face
in a fight.
But Hailey Bieber is much taller, right?
I don't think she's much taller. I think they are like she's not that much taller than Justin Bieber, and Justin Bieber's not the tallest person also. And another thing, right, is that what has Hailey Bieber struggled for in her life? Or like what has she worked for in her life?
Actually, that's true. So that's very true.
Yeah, Selena Gomez, right? She was a child actress that worked to become a elite musician. What does Hailey Bieber do? She does she just since young. Do you know what I mean?
Oh no, sorry, that's not a lot lah. She's Hailey Bieber is 168.3.
Brother, I'm telling you, she's
And the thing
never
is 'cause-
fought for anything in her life.
Yes, that's
Brother.
true. But the thing is, because the thing is,
Except Justin Bieber, that's all.
you can just tell that Hailey Bieber is the kind that doesn't mind going like playing dirty to win, you know, that kind of, you know, like scratching your eyes out, like scratching the Selena Gomez's eyes. But the thing is, but I think Selena Gomez is a naturally, you can tell that she's naturally quite a nice person. So if she was, but in the end, I feel like if she was Selena Gomez fighting any other girl of like Hailey Bieber's build, right? With that she has no, let's say she's fighting someone with if she's fighting Hailey Bieber and there's no feud between them, right? I feel that Selena Gomez will confirm lose. But considering the fact that she hates Hailey Bieber to the core, and that I think she doesn't mind running driving a car and running the shit out of her over. But so honestly, actually now that you say about it, it's true lah. Like, cause honestly, Selena Gomez, she understands the struggle, the hustle and the bustle. You know?
Especially if they were to fight for Justin Bieber.
yeah. So I said, like, whoever, like, what they fighting for? If they're just fighting for the sake of fighting, right? I feel like Selena Gomez is like a very passive, neutral kind of personality. Wise, she's like she might not put in the best, but it's like to fight to like prove like wow, who would have been the better lover. Like maybe not saying that she wants to get back together with Justin, like just saying that to prove that she was actually the one that should have been the best for him.
Yeah,
Selena Gomez to beat the shit out of Hailey Bieber.
Yeah, picking Selena, man, easy.
Team Selena, you convinced me. I'm on Team Selena.
I love you like a love song, baby.
It's not I'm not saying anything that hurts, but honestly, I'm not a fan of Selena's songs.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think like it's just okay, but she's a nice person.
Yeah, I don't feel like it should be as popular as it is, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. Who says? Yeah. Okay. And lastly, our last who will win in a fight scenario. I think that given the fact that we are a chit chatter family, it will only make sense if all of us were to be put in a fight. Who do you think would win the fight?
Ooh, including guests? Are we including guests?
Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh,
yeah,
right.
I think we can include guests.
Yes.
Oh, that's a big X factor in the situation, in the argument. Okay, I think first off, the people that are going to get eliminated. Brandon, you can do the honors. Who's the first person going out?
I'm sad that I have to name this person right after he's the first to die in the No offense, bro. You have to know that it's just that I have to be consistent. I can't say that you know, if you were the only one that didn't survive the apocalypse, and then you survive the fight with all of us there, it doesn't make sense. I'm just being consistent. Which is true.
Sorry to you.
See you, I'm so sorry, man.
Yeah, just don't watch the episode.
It's just because you're too nice of a guy. You're just too nice of a guy, man. A great friend.
Yeah. Plus, I think he's the shortest, right?
I think so also.
Okay. Next up. I'm sorry. We are blood brothers. But Eldet will not win in a fight. His personality is not like a fight. Like he's not lah. He's a lover more than a fighter. He's not the like fighter type. Yeah, I'm sorry. And also like if you were to go like a real fight, right? The stamina matters. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I would say more of like the fact that he probably can like fight for a while, but like after a while, because there's so many of us, right? He won't make it to the end lah.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
out. All right, the rest.
No, but I think next who like probably out. I would think Jordan.
Yeah, I think Jordan will be out.
I think Jordan will
and
be
I
out.
think Leonard will be out.
Wait, because you're talking about fight, right? Because the thing is, you must. It really depends what we're fighting for. You get what I mean?
$1 million.
Oh, then that's very different. Oh, wow. That's very that's
I think we'll all be like,
different.
like scrapping us, really scrapping for you.
But actually, I don't think Leonard will be out first though. If it's $1 million,
I think he'll be out.
and
Think about it.
That's true. So
He's the oldest.
I didn't bring the age. Yeah, the oldest.
Yeah, we will just kick his
Stamina-wise,
legs.
Staminas.
Oh, aiming the kneecap.
Yeah.
The kneecap. The
Oh,
thigh.
look who's on now.
Sorry. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Okay, true. I keep thinking, Lenny, like, back to, it's still the basketball playing days, Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then after I say, right, if it's the four of us left, if you're like really to fight, right, like let's say fight, like physically fight, right, I think I could like be I'm the strongest lah.
I the thing is, I feel it's very clear, like, you are the strongest. And I feel like it will be...
But out of the four, I will have the worst stamina.
Yeah. I feel it will be you and Paul in the end.
No, brother, I think Gordon is really damn strong. But
Is
I'm
it?
serious. Yeah, the other day, right, I was like, hey, bro, like, you okay to record this day? Then I like just hit him in the stomach, right? I was like, wow, I'm touching like rocks, yeah. I was like, whoa. Legit, yeah.
No, but...
Yes, legit.
But I
legit,
feel
legit.
like...
Bro,
it?
we
But
fill,
I
our,
feel
we
like...
fill our bodies with junk. We don't take care of our health very well.
Yeah.
I'm recording all
That's
the
why I
time.
said the next one will probably out of the four of us. I think I'll be stamina wise and everything. Fight.
If it's a drag battle, right? I think you and I will be out because 5 years ago maybe different, 10 years ago different.
Yeah. 10 years ago would be very different now. But drag fight, especially if so many, it's a battle royale, right? It's going to be so tiring, right? And
If it's a long fight, there's
and we had to eliminate other people as well, right? Then after, by the time we reach there, right? Yeah. That's why I said, yeah, which is true. In the end day, I think, like, stamina wise, Paul and Gordon, it boils down to the both of them.
Yeah. Who do you think will win though?
I feel it will be Paul. I feel like Gordon is like over, like a very balanced, like strength and build and like stamina or everything. But like in the end, like Paul has like a slight like explosiveness. You get what I mean?
Ah, okay. Like the physical, like he might be physically, not the athletic side, not the like fit strong side. It's like the got advantage in being speed or being agile.
Yeah,
like this type of thing.
correct. And I just feel also that the fact that personality wise, I feel like speaking to Gordon, right? I feel like Gordon is a lot like in end day. I feel like Gordon's a lot more chill. So it's like after because the thing is that you after fighting for such a long time, after in the end you'll be like, yeah.
A bit wobbly, yeah.
Actually, maybe I don't need to. Who needs to like? It's fine lah. Actually, I'm happy enough. I don't need the $1 million. But like Paul is like the personality wise would be like, taking you down. I'm telling you.
That's very, very true. That's very, very true. All right, but I think for us, right, before we wrap up this particular scenario, if you and I, right, were in our prime versus Paul and Gordon in their prime, right, I think we will beat them. We will F them up, brother.
I'll take them down.
We will destroy them.
What are you talking
bro.
about?
Our body slamming you all day, man. Yeah, easy. Yeah, you hang. You're both them hang. That we 30.
I had a son. You're just so lucky I had a son. I'm a father now. I can't do with this violence.
Yeah, you damn hang that Brandon eat nasi lemak at McDonald's every breakfast.
You're so lucky I gave out myself.
Yeah, the actual fact, right? The only one that can beat us is ourselves.
Yeah. So in the end, I actually won. I won me.
Yeah. You didn't beat the best version of us. All right. That was our KopiBros episode on fighting.
Get out of here.
Oh, look at the time. The coffee shop is closing. But in the meantime, if you enjoyed the episode, please remember to give it a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe. We have episodes that drops every Monday. But in the same time, also, if you're into football, we have the Football Kaki that drops every Wednesday. And also, if you are interested in the game show format, we have the SG Draft Podcast, our big game show that drops every Friday. Also, if you're watching this on YouTube and you are interested to doing our fun tournament polls that go up on our Instagram page every Monday, we will be posting that link to our Instagram page right about now. This week's tournament, I think, will be something related to like some fighting lah. So some Clash of Clans fighting or something like that. All right. We hope you guys are staying safe. Do not get into fights. But remember, a kopi a day keeps your troubles away.
Let's get ready to rumble.
We'll F up more, I'm telling you, right?